Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today is just going to be kind of an update video on the BRZ, and also I'm also going to show what car I recently just bought. So the BRZ, the last episode was actually the catch can, but the episodes before that was the steering angle kit. I've got some good and bad news, I guess, kind of. The bad news is that I decided to take the steering angle kit off. Spent the money on the kit, now I'm not even using it. There was reasons why I took the kit off. Reason one being that for next year I'm planning on competing in Global Time Attack for like road course racing, and my track wheels, even my CCWs, nothing besides those 17x8 1552 wheels would fit on the front of it without, like, you know, rubbing. And even though I still didn't do an alignment on the car, it just didn't feel right while driving, because it's probably the more angle that I can get out of it. So I decided to take everything off, and I just upgraded all the stock bushings and stock ball joints instead. So it still uses all the factory stuff, just updated stuff. So the good news was that, well, kind of the whole reason why I decided to take everything off and just go back to OEM was because I had a meeting with the owner of Premier Subaru about a week ago now, a little bit more than a week ago, and they have decided to sponsor me for next year for Global Time Attack. So I wanted to try and, like I said in previous videos, I wanted to try and build the BRZ to be a multi-purpose race car, so like I could take it to the track and I could take it to the drift events, and it'll be, you know, semi-competitive in either. But with Premier Subaru now backing me up with sponsoring me for next year for Global Time Attack, I kind of have to devote the car to just Time Attack now instead. So, you know, so that's why I went back to all the factory stuff, just, you know, upgrade bushings, like I said, just because that worked for me when I was out at Lime Rock. So I'm not gonna risk it with the angle kit on the front. You know, God forbid something fails or something on the angle kit while I'm trying to corner or when I'm trying to race. I don't want anything like that to happen. I don't want it to be in the back of my head that something might go wrong with the angle kit while I'm out there trying to be as competitive as possible. So that's the major reason why I took the kit off. So I'll just show you real briefly what I just did with the factory stuff. So I went with White Line for their stuff. So I got the roll center, or the bump steer adjustment stuff. So it comes with that ball joint right there. It comes with tie rod. And so I got those. I guess they're like a little bit taller or something, so it centers the control arm back down to like where it should be flush. And then I also got the caster kit as well. So this front bushing is offset now, which actually I'll cut right now to the control arms out of the car. And so, like, I had to get new boots because I modified the old ones, but basically now everything's back to how it was before. So I cleaned everything up. Like, I cleaned up the knuckle, I painted it actually black because it was just like raw, but everything is all updated now. Basically everything besides the inner tie rod is now just like all aftermarket, like White Line stuff. So I'm happy with that. I haven't driven it yet. It's still just, I just finished it the other night, putting everything back together. But like, even with the wider wheels, I was starting to rub on my splitter right here, and then obviously in the back I was rubbing as well. So now everything's back. I have the White Line sway bar end links back in, so now my sway bar is actually doing something. But this was just unfortunately and fortunately for the better. So now, at least with Premier Subaru backing me up, I'll be able to go out and race, and with all this OEM stuff, well, OEM Plus stuff on, I'll actually be competitive out there. So for now, all this angle kit stuff will just be put in the box, and we'll just throw it up on the shelf. And maybe one day I'll just get an FRS or a cheap BRZ or something, and we'll throw that on it and we'll make that into a drift car. But the kit's not really for sale, but if someone wants it, I'll sell it to them. But I'll probably just hold on to it. I am a little upset about taking the kit off. I was really looking forward to trying to drift the BRZ and seeing how well it would do. But probably in the next month or so, actually yeah, probably about a month, we're gonna start doing a new project here at the shop, and it's going to be our drift car. So that project will probably happen, like I said, probably about a month or so. I'm still waiting for some parts. I gotta talk with ISC Suspension to get some coilovers for it, but that build will start fairly soon. It'll start soon. The BRZ is probably gonna have probably like 1 or 2 more episodes after this one, and then that's probably gonna be it for now. Since that now I'm not putting any hydro stuff on it, or I'm not doing dual calipers, which I bought all the parts for, but that stuff, like the hydro, the lines and stuff, all that will be transferred to our future drift car build that we're gonna have. And so that was gonna be a couple videos on the BRZ, which now is not gonna be a thing. So the BRZ is gonna have probably 1 or 2 more episodes. The next car that's gonna be in here that we're gonna do a video on, actually probably just one video on, is that my new daily driver, which I actually have right over there, that I'm going to show you guys in this episode. But a little history on that. I picked it up maybe a month or 2 ago, I think maybe like 2 months ago, and it got traded into work back in the winter time, and our GM decided that he wanted it, so he called dibs on it. It sat since the winter time until like when I finally bought it, and they came to me. They knew that I wanted one of these for a while, and they came to me and they said, hey look, the GM's not buying it anymore, we're gonna put it up for sale. And then literally like a couple days later I ended up buying it because I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get this car. So actually, with further ado, let's just show off what my new daily driver is. So this is my new daily driver. It's a 2010 Lexus ISF. So this has Lexus's 5-liter V8 that only the F cars have. So the ISF, the RCF, the GSF, and actually now the LC 500 all have this motor, except this one is just like, you know, the older model than what the new ones have. But I've had this car for like 2 months now. Absolutely love it. My buddy Matt, who you've seen with the IS300, he did an absolutely amazing detail on this car. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted up pictures of when he was detailing this thing, and it made it, no joke, made it look so much better. But interior, it's just a regular like IS interior, except it's got this like silver like carbon fiber. It's got super nice seats, super comfortable, and like nice high bolsters, so they just hug you like crazy. So nice. And the back is what I love. The back has the quad exhaust tips on it. Right now it's still stock exhaust, except I cut the mufflers off for now. We're looking into getting a new exhaust for it, but I'm not 100% sure when that's gonna happen. But basically we're just gonna do a mild like street build on this car. It's not gonna be this. It's not gonna turn into anything like this, but I have parts for it right now. I'm waiting for my wheels to come back from powder coat, and then we're gonna make this look a little bit nicer. I'm working on maybe getting a carbon front splitter, because I have this carbon roof spoiler, which actually I ordered before I even fully got the car, but I have this carbon roof spoiler on it. So I kind of want to do like a black and like carbon accent on this car. So I do really want to do like a full carbon lip kit around the car, but the full lip kit is like $1,000. So I'm just gonna start with the front lip, and then I'll probably work my way around eventually. But basically, like the way the side skirt is set up, and then the front bumper like is actually higher than everything else on the car. So looking at it from like the side of the car, the front is like really high. It's like at least an inch higher than everywhere else. So that's why I want to start with the front lip, just to kind of make it all like even, and then we'll just go from there. Alright, so with the IS, that quick little build will probably be hopefully in like a week. I'm waiting for the wheels, and I have everything else. I have the suspension, I have the tires, I have all the other stuff. It's all sitting on that shelf right there. I just need the wheels back. So once the wheels are back, that build is gonna start, because I want that thing to be sitting a little bit lower, and I can't wait until I get the wheels back to put them on. It's gonna look so good on this car. They were sending me pictures of the wheels yesterday, and they look awesome. They look amazing, and I can't wait to get them back. But like I said, that build will happen probably a week, maybe a little bit more, and then the video will come out, you know, shortly after that. And then just quickly going back to the BRZ, talking about like a couple different videos that are be coming out for it. I'm not really sure what the videos will be yet. Since that Premier Subaru is now going to be sponsoring me for next year, since that I already have the 2017 and up taillights on the car, I really want to do like a 2018, 2019 BRZ front bumper. So it's kind of like, you know, facelift, so it looks new. We're going to do the facelift, and then I think we're also going to be peeling the wrap off, and we're going to be doing an actual like full-on livery on the car. Get all the all the legit sponsors on there, and for some of the winter, this car might actually be living at the Premier Subaru dealership, because they're just this fall they're going to be opening up a huge Subaru dealership in Brantford. It's actually right across the street from their current store, but this thing might be living in there for some of the winter time, just on display. And if anyone wants to buy it, I'll probably sell it. But the next video on this might not happen for a while. Either it's going to be the front bumper and we're going to figure out some of the body kit stuff, or I need to do some type of wing on the car. I'm looking at ARP wings, but I need to figure out some type of wing support on them. So like I could just, as simple as just go off the trunk, but I had, I guess I'll say, bad luck with that in the past. I had a spoiler on with this carbon trunk and it flexes way too much. So I really don't want to mount it to the trunk, because I'm afraid it's just going to flex and it's going to shake like it did last time. I really want to kind of like, I guess, chassis mount it, and mount it somehow to the side quarter panels, or like take a little bit out of this and build the supports down into the trunk, like this trunk area underneath. But I need to figure out if my buddy can make a CAD design, like a CAD file for me to make the uprights, and then have them like CNC'd or water jet made. Because the ARP wing, for what I'm seeing, I can choose where I want the like the supports to be put. So I could either have them like right here in the center, like as close as like, you know, whatever, or I could have them out super far. So it looks like I just need to give ARP those specs, and then they could build the wing to that. And then I also just have to see what width of a wing I can have that's in the, you know, classification of the series I want to be racing in. So I got to do some of that. Maybe the next episode will be measuring that. Maybe making a set of supports out of wood, and getting the, you know, the design that I want, and how far, you know, like how far it comes out from like here and how high. But I gotta order a wing obviously too and have that come in, so that's gonna be a whole process. So we might figure that out together. But for the most part, BRZ is basically done, besides obviously just full wrap change again. But you know, I like the way this one looks, but the new livery design that I came up with looks super aggressive. And with that new 2017 up bumper in the front, it should look pretty good. So this episode, there wasn't any working on cars in the video, but there, you know, basically this was just going to be an update video for everybody, since that I've been not really filming for the past month or two now. The last video was the catch can, and I think that was like a month and a half ago, and I haven't picked up the camera since. So this is more of just an update, just show you guys, you know, I'm still here, trying to figure things out with the BRZ, enjoying, you know, the ISF, but that thing will be modified soon. And so basically the next episode that comes out will be the ISF being built, I guess I'll say, being modified. So until then, don't forget to give me a subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. See ya.